One of the biggest contributors to shoulder pain, neck pain, and back pain is actually your eyes. Today, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite ways to use your visual system to improve your shoulder function. My name is Brian. I've been in the health and wellness world now for close to 20 years. And I've been doing pro-metabolic health for nearly 10. Today, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite neurological tools for improving not just your visual function, but your shoulder, neck, and back function as well. When it comes to your visual system, there's a lot of neurological real estate dedicated to how your eyes are interpreting the things going on around you. Your visual system is very high in the hierarchy of neurological weight, meaning that what you see is super important to your brain. And this is one of the things that I often talk about in my group and with one-on-one clients, because eventually we get to the point where most people can improve their vision. They can improve how the eyes function together. They can improve the quality of the information they're seeing. They can improve the clarity of the image that they're seeing. And furthermore, when you get into the neuroanatomy of the visual system, your eyes contribute quite a bit to your experiences with pain, your experiences with movement, and your experiences with strength and overall flexibility. So when it comes to your visual system, we want to make sure that your eyes are doing what they're supposed to improve the things that they can influence. And in this case, we're going to talk about neck and shoulder function. First thing we need to do, we need to actually measure a baseline. We need to get an idea of how your neck, how your shoulder are actually functioning. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to check some shoulder ranges of motion. First one we're going to do is called shoulder flexion. Now, I'll show you from the side here. I'm looking for how easily I can get my shoulder straight up. Compare it to the other side. Okay, so I had a little bit of crunching on this one, but it felt easier. Whereas this one, I get to about here. I don't have any crunching, but it feels tight. Doesn't feel quite as smooth as the other one. So I'm going to want to work on that. The other thing we want to check is abduction. How well are you able to move that shoulder up to the side? What a lot of people will end up doing with this, they'll tilt their head to try and make it, oh yeah, I'm getting all the way up. Don't do that. Be honest with yourself about your shoulder function. The other thing we want to check is internal and external rotation. We want to see how those feel. So now this one, internal rotation on this side today actually feels fairly tight. That's no problem. Okay, so internal over here is pretty easy. Internal over here, a little tight. So I want to fix my internal rotation on this side and my shoulder flexion on this side. The other thing we want to check is neck range of motion. We're actually going to check rotation to start. Get an idea of how that feels. Check your tilting. See how that feels. Check your extension, your flexion. Okay, so all in all, my neck's pretty good today. I don't have any obvious tightness, but if you did have that, you can look at that as something that we want to see change with our visual system. So here's the first thing we're going to do for our visual system. We're going to take our very commonly used, very portable, always available, almost always available, visual tool called your finger. And what we're going to do here, we're going to do an exercise called the pencil push-up. Okay? What this exercise is going to consist of is I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to bring it in towards my nose while tracking it the whole time. And then I'm going to take it back out and track it the whole time. And what you should see is two things. One, that your eyes are moving smoothly together and smoothly on the way out. And secondly, from a peripheral vision standpoint, I should see two of you. Right now, as I'm looking at you, there's only one of you. But as I look at my finger, my eyes are hitting this one target, and I should see two of everything else beyond the eyes, which means I see two of you. So as I come in here, the two of you actually get further apart. And then as I go further out, the two of you get closer together. If that doesn't make sense right now, don't worry about it. Try it. It should make sense, especially if you have a background you're doing that against. That allows you to actually see some changes. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to do our pencil push-up. We're going to aim for about 3 of these. And then we're going to reassess our shoulders. Okay, so now I'm going to recheck my shoulder flexion. Oh yeah, so to show you the difference, that is much smoother, much faster. This one had some clicking, but clicking's not there anymore. And it was internal rotation on this one that I wanted to recheck. Okay, so my internal rotation's still not where I want it. Over here, still good. External, still good. External, still okay. Still want to work on that rotational piece. That's coming up. Also, abduction. So that's pretty decent. That's really decent. And the neck movements. Revisit the neck. Those are still good. If anything, they might be a little bit looser, but they weren't terribly tight to begin with, so I'm not going to say that that necessarily helped my neck, but my neck feels pretty good right now. I still want to work on this rotation. So now what I need to do, I need to actually find a means to improve that. So what I'm going to use here is I'm actually going to use a visual reflex, known as an oculomotor reflex. What I'm going to do here, I want to improve internal rotation. That is this motion of my shoulder. So what I can do is I can actually look to my right and see if that improves. And it did. So what I want to think about is when I'm doing my rotation, I want to get past that point, and actually even that feels better already. I'm going to look and then get into that position. Okay? I'm going to look and then go into the rotation. I'm getting a little click in there, but it feels really good. Okay? So now I'm going to try my external rotation. So I'm going to actually look the other way. I'm going to look to my left and then check the external, and that feels decent. Back to you. I'm going to go left. External rotation improves. Where your eyes are looking during movement turns on a lot of the postural and movement reflexes that we have innate to our nervous system. If I'm not using my eyes appropriately during movement, or if my eyes don't track well, or they don't have a certain function they're supposed to be able to perform well, that can affect my movement. And if that affects my movement, that can change my pain, that can change my posture, that can change my strength, that can change my mood, that can change my energy, that can change my sleep, that can change my libido, that can change all sorts of other factors if my body doesn't know how to interact with the world well. So when it comes to improving movement, it's important to look at your eyes, because your eyes may actually have the missing piece to improving how well you function in the world. I hope you found this interesting. Give those drills a try. 3 to 5 repetitions is all we're looking for. Nothing crazy. Give that a shot. Let me know in the comments below if you saw any changes yourself. Stick around. I got more videos like this coming your way. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you soon. Take care.